Righto trendsetters, it's tomorrow now and I need to pot my firefighter roses into pots because, as I explained, I'm currently using the rose garden for growing cabbage. Now, I've got 30 centimetres pots. 30 centimetres is just the diameter across the top, and they're about the same depth. And please use, if you're going to grow roses in a pot, obviously mine aren't in here long term, it's only until I can get into the ground, but if you're going to grow roses in pots, please use the best potting mix you can get your hands on, or afford, or buy, or whatever. Please don't use the cheap stuff. Cheap potting mix will just give you cheap results. Now, one of the first things I need to do is just go over this root system and basically just find any of the root system that's been a bit damaged and snip it off. Just away. There's one there, it's a bit mangled. They're all machine harvested. They just, these roses are in a great big row and they just send a machine through, slices off the bottom. So they can be a little bit rough, and it can be an area where disease can get in and your rose can fail. It's about all I can find on that one. I've already, you probably won't be able to see it, but just because it's been soaking overnight, I've already got little roots shooting out of this root system, which I think is quite amazing. They're keen to go, if you like. So, the other thing you need to know, there's two schools of thought. You can bury just below the graft. So when you pot, you're going to pot all the way up to just there. There are other schools that say you can bury an inch or two right down. The main reason for this is to avoid wind rock with your plants. I prefer to go just below the bud union. I have tried it above the bud union, burying the whole stalk. I don't like it all that much. I like to see this out of the ground. So that's what I'm going to do. And all I need to do is put about 3 or 4 inches of potting mix in the bottom of my pot. A little bit. I'll firm that down a bit because your potting mix always settles if you don't firm it down. And you're basically just going to sit that root there. That one's a bit long. You've given me a bit of grief. It won't hurt just to snip that off. There we go. So that's going to allow me to come in just below. And just fill in around it. That's all you need to do. You just want to make sure when you're with the root system like this, you want to make sure you get the potting mix in and around, right in underneath there. You don't want any air gaps in your potting mix, or that can be an area where roots can die because they dry out because of the air pockets. Like I said, I'll just fill him up to below the graft. A little bit more. If you're going to plant your rose into the soil, you'll obviously want a well-prepared garden bed to start with. You don't want to go out in the middle of nowhere and dig a hole and try and get a rose in. You want to have well-prepared soil, good amount of organic material in there, 2 or 3 bucketfuls of compost, a bag of aged cow manure, mix it all through. You want to do that 1 or 2 months before your plant arrives, so as it's ready, all you need to do is dig your hole, place your rose where you want it, and backfill, and again make sure you get the soil in between all the roses roots, so there's no air pockets. So it's basically the same system, except you're doing it in the ground rather than a pot. The only thing you might do differently in the ground is give it a really good mulch. I won't bother mulching this in the pot because I'll be watering every day or every second day anyhow. That's it. All I have to do is repeat that 2 more times and I'm done. I won't put them straight out into the full sun. I've got a tree here that's hasn't started to leaf up yet, so I'll just place them. I've got a little spot down there. I'll place them there until they harden up a little bit, and then I'll bring them out into the sun a little bit more each time until they're in full sun. Probably only be a 2-week process, I suppose. And that's it. That's my retirement plan, which is basically I just wanted to grow. I want to grow roses. We've got a nice little farmer's market down the road here, and there's a lady who's been there selling gerbera flowers for ages. But I've never seen anyone selling roses, like nice cut roses with good long stems and perfume at the market. So that's my plan, is to get enough roses. I also want to buy a block of land where I can plant more roses because I can't do it here. What isn't veggie garden is trees, and what isn't trees is veggie garden. So I need a bit of land to make this come to full fruition. It's a 5-year plan. I'll turn 60 in a couple of weeks and I hope to be retired by 65. Well, not retired, semi-retired. I still want to work and do stuff. I just want to do stuff I want to do and not stuff that I have to do because I need income. So there, this beginning of an empire. Cheers, thanks for watching. Any questions, please let me know. Write them down in the comment section. Always good to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Oh, one more thing. Sea Salt Gold, I will just mix up 40 mils of Sea Salt Gold in a 10-litre watering can, and I'll just water these in with the Sea Salt Gold. And after that, I might give them a bit of liquid fertiliser maybe every fortnight, just to, because this is a pretty good potting mix, so they won't need a lot. Anyhow, that's enough rambling for me. Cheers, bye for now.